Hey, welcome back to my channel, Puerto Rico Life. So, my name is Jeffrey Holst, and today I'm going to talk about learning Spanish. Now, I just recently did a video about Italki, and I just completed my second Spanish lesson with a one-on-one tutor from Puerto Rico. Now, obviously, I don't speak Spanish now. I don't live in Puerto Rico. I live here in Tennessee, and I'm planning on moving to Puerto Rico now. Previous videos, like that one right there, I talked about how I wanted to make the decision to move and all the things that I need to think about. I've got a couple of different videos that have just general thoughts on moving to Puerto Rico, like should I move my car or not, and all this stuff. But the thing I want to talk about today is the Spanish lesson. So I have never taken Spanish class. I've never been exposed to Spanish. I mean, I have been to Spain back in 1999. It's 2021 now, so that was 22 years ago. More than half my life ago. I was 21 when I was last in Spain. Now, I have been to Mexico several times. I've been to Puerto Rico a few times as well, and Costa Rica, Peru. So it's not like I've never been exposed to Spanish at all. But the thing is, I've never studied the language. I've never made any attempt to learn the language. In fact, I've never even made an attempt to learn any language at all. So one of the things that I've been saying to myself for years is, I'm just not good at language. Well, the thing is, I can speak English. So it's not true that I'm not good at language. It's true that I haven't ever made a concerted effort to learn language. I recently listened to a book called Peak on Audible, and Peak was all about peak performance and how to push yourself out of the comfort zone and how to practice in a way to make and achieve bigger and better goals. So one of the things that they used as an example was actually learning a language. And so that's kind of framing my thinking about this. So here's the thing. All learning is about pattern recognition. The more you know, the more you recognize patterns, the easier it becomes. You create a mental framework for sorting through stuff, data, right? So when you learn your first language, you start thinking like, okay, this is my eye, this is my nose, this is my hand, all that stuff. You start naming these parts of your body and everything around you, and it's just about creating a mental construct for what you know or what you are learning. And I don't think it's any different learning a second language. And there's all kinds of studies that say that your neuroplasticity is not quite as good as an adult as a child, and it's better to learn a language when you're a child. Well, you know what? I didn't do that, so I can't go back and do it again. But I do know that it is possible to learn a language as an adult. You just have to be really dedicated. That's one of the reasons I like Italki, is because I have a one-on-one tutor and I can go at the pace that's most comfortable for me. But most comfortable doesn't mean just like, oh, I feel good, A, B, C, EFG, whatever, right? That alphabet stuff. Well, of course, Spanish alphabet's not very comfortable for me. We'll get to that in just a minute, but let's put a pin on that. The point is, you have to be constantly pushing yourself out of your comfort zone if you want to learn a language. It's going to feel hard. If you don't feel dumb, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not learning, then you're not learning, right? And you know you're learning when it's really hard and it doesn't seem right. So, super basic stuff for me, right? Like, I don't know how to pronounce Spanish letters. I mean, like, what's a double L? I'm still not sure. I see it on there. I hear it has a different sound, kind of like a Y or something, but I'm not really sure. We haven't got to that. But today I've been working on the vowel sounds. So you've got A, E, I, O, and U. And, when you see them as a native English speaker like myself and a person who's literate and reads the letters, you see an O and you think O, or you know that it has different, like cool, two O's, ooh, right, O, all these different sounds. Well, it turns out in Spanish, the vowels have exactly one sound. So please forgive me in advance for my most terrible, obviously bad pronunciation and all that, but I'm going to do my best right now to teach you what I've been learning, because one of the things I know is that I have to get myself out of my comfort zone. I have to be willing to make mistakes. So I'm going to cover the vowels and the sounds of the vowels. So A, right? The American A is pronounced ah, ah, right? Ah. So it's ah. These are the vowels. A, E, I, O, U, right? Ah, A. Ah, A. So the E sounds like A. So it's ah, A, E. The I sounds like E. It's very confusing to me as an English speaker. So ah, A, E, O, U. Ah, A, E, O, U. Ah, A, E, O, U. A, ah, E, E. No, excuse me. E, A. So A is ah. E is A. I is E. O, O. That one's helpful. And then U is oo. So A, A, E, O, U. So that's what you need to work on if you want to work on your vowels. The great part about Spanish is it's really a phonetic language. I've learned that recently as well. So once you learn the pronunciation of the various letters and how they sound, you can actually sound out the word. So A, E, O, U. So that's my Spanish lesson for today, the Spanish vowels. Now, keeping in mind that I might get some of those pronunciations wrong, and I'm sure someone will comment in the comments that, I'm dumb or something. But the thing is, the only way you're going to learn this stuff is if you feel dumb and you put yourself out there. So if anyone else wants to learn Spanish alongside of me, I will make a series of videos on this channel where I go through what I have learned in a particular day. So I'm going to try to learn a little bit of Spanish every single day. I'm not going to make a Spanish video every single day. My next scheduled class on Italki is Friday at 6:30 p.m. So expect an update on Friday or Saturday about what I learned in the next class. The other thing that we worked on was the alphabet. Now, I'm not going to try to remember the alphabet right now, but my next video, hopefully my next video about Spanish anyway, will be hopefully before my next lesson on Friday. And on that one, I will hopefully be able to recite the alphabet in its entirety. I know it starts with A, B, C, D, A, E, A. I don't know. I don't know for sure. E, and then F, A, and that's about all I got right now. But, I'm getting there. Like, I never did this language stuff before, and it's really hard. But you know what? It's supposed to be hard. So that's what I'm going to work on for the next 2 days is learning the alphabet. I'm going to learn the alphabet in its entirety. And if I can get the alphabet done, I will do a video where I share the Spanish alphabet with all of my amazing followers. So anyway, if you are liking the content that I provide, please like this video, throw a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and even hit the little bell so you get a notice every time I upload a new video. It would mean so much to me. And yeah, that's about all I got. But I'm going to keep working on this, and I'm so excited to be moving to Puerto Rico. I've started to tell people, and I get 2 different reactions. And I'm going to do a whole video on this in just a little bit. But the 2 reactions in the short version are, you're crazy, or, oh, that's so awesome. And that's when you know you're doing something really important, because when you do something really exciting, something bold, something interesting, like trying to learn a new language and move to a culture you've never been in, it's in those times that you know you're doing something exciting, because people have visceral reactions to it. They're always like, oh man, I wish I could do that. This is how it felt when I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I told people I was going to Africa for a month and I was going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And people were like, that is so awesome. I wish I could do it. Or they're like, that sounds horrible. Why would you ever want to do that? And I would never do something like that. Same thing when I went to Egypt. And now same thing when I moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And now when I talk about moving to Puerto Rico, I'm getting that reaction. And I always know that I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone and doing the really big, important things when I get a reaction like that. So maybe I won't have to do another video on that topic, since I pretty much covered it right there. So just a quick review. A, E, O, U. A, E, O, U. So I don't know how I did, but I'm going to watch some Spanish videos and see if I got that right. Have a great day.